Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Late Night with Uncle Fran. Did somebody say recreational sports? No, but I needed a segue. Let's get right into the letters this evening where we talk about recreational sports. Okay, number one this evening, we have Brad, age 47 from the state of New Mexico. He writes, Dear Uncle Fran, my son's T-ball league banned me from bringing beer to the games. This is bullshit. How can I get my buzz on at the games now? All right, Brad, there is a lot to dissect there. So, first of all, I'm not sure that slamming beers at your son's T-ball game is really the way to go. To be completely honest with you, sounds like you might have a bit of an alcohol consumption problem. And we here at Late Night with Uncle Fran take that very seriously, yes. We're not just here to help the youth, we're here to help adults as well. So, for your safety and use, here is a number you can call if you or someone you know is struggling with alcohol consumption. Now, if you're not a weak punk ass bitch, here's what I recommend you do to get through those brutal T-ball games. I notice your drink of choice is beer. That's cute. If you want to get real, what I would recommend you do is get yourself a nice bottle of water. See that clear liquid H2O? Take that crystal clear goodness and dump it right in the drain. And pour vodka right into that bottle. And voila, you can self-medicate through whatever child's game might come your way. People will be none the wiser. They'll be like, wow, Brad sure gets loud when he hydrates. And yeah, that'll be great. Everyone will have a great time, but not as much as you, Brad. You'll be the life of the party. And your son will be so proud of you, I'm sure. Hope this is helpful to you, Brad. Best of luck to you. And remember, asking for help is not a weakness. Alrighty, moving right along. Next up, we have Timmy, age 9, from the state of Delaware. He says to me, Dear Uncle Fran, my soccer team is on a 9-game losing streak. My coach says we're all winners for trying, but I don't know. I feel like I should quit. What do you think? Signed, Timmy. Well, hello, sweet little Timmy. A 9-game losing streak is abysmal, Timmy. I can tell by the very fact that you wrote me this letter that you yourself are not the problem. It's probably fat little Johnny, whose mother won't stop buying him ho-hos and Twinkies before each game. Or it's probably stupid colorblind David, who can't tell the teams apart. What an idiot. No, no, Timmy. You need to get these losers off your team and find a team who is dedicated to winning. Also, fire that feminine coach of yours. He is the biggest loser on that squad. If he really wants to be helpful, he can bring your team carrot sticks and juice boxes like the soccer mom he is. I'm sure one of the more dominant parents will step in and take over, lead your team to victory. If none of them want to step up to the challenge, well, hit my line, Timmy. I will have you running laps and winning trophies in no time. Good luck to you, young man, and God bless. Finally, we have Mickey, age 74, from the state of Michigan. He writes, Dear Uncle Fran, I am a retired firefighter who umpires now for recreational adult softball leagues in my free time. I do it for the love of the game, but these players can be so mean. They yell at me and call me horrid names. I can't put up with it any longer. Signed, Mickey. Well then, another coward. Are you kidding me right now, Mickey? You have a great seat of power. You've been handed the keys to the kingdom, and you are scared of these people. You should not be scared of these people. You should make them fear you. Look at who you're scared of. These people have nothing else going for them in their life other than this softball game. These softball players are married to people they hate, work at a job where they have a boss they suck up to all day, and they gave birth to little gremlins that they wish they could punt back into the ether. You should not fear these soft, anti-intellectual adult human beings. The next time one of them says something to you, they might say, Hey, Blue, that call was bullshit. That ball was fair. You say to them, Hey, Gary, shut the f*** up. At least my family loves me. You send them packing. I want them to go home crying. Mickey, you can do that to them. They want to push you around? Let them, and laugh in their face. Don't let these disappointments bring you down, Mickey. You've got this. You are a true hero. Alrighty, that seems to be all for today, so we are going to wrap this segment up. Thank you all for your letters. Now we will move right along to my favorite part of the show, a daily conversation with my good friend, Bert. Okay, well, how are you today, Bert?
I'm good, yes. How are you, Fran?
Oh, I'm doing great. I actually just talking about some sports with the kiddos, and yeah, it reminded me of some great times with you, actually, if you can recall.
Yes, we had so many fond memories in sports,
Yes.
especially softball.
Ah, yes, softball. That was great.
Yes, I had to retire last year though
Hmm.
because they said I was too competitive.
Yes, and they were correct, actually. I remember it. Which actually, it kind of sucked because then we had to close down our team. We didn't have anyone else left for the over 80 bracket of our division.
See? See, it's their fault, not mine.
I I would say it's yours, but whatever, to each his own.
Sometimes before I was forced to retire by every league, they said, "Oh, you could still coach." So I was like, "Oh,
Oh, that's good.
wonderful." So my son, I coach his team now. So the other day, they didn't have enough players. My son, he goes, "Oh, Dad, can you play?" And I was like, "Absolutely."
And that was allowed.
Yes, that was allowed because technically, otherwise they would forfeit.
Okay.
It was playoffs actually,
Oh boy.
so they could not afford to forfeit.
I wonder if the league knew what they were doing by letting you step onto the field.
First inning started normal. Everybody's just like talking, high five, and laugh, and it's a good time. And so all of a sudden, the other team shot one back at the middle at my son.
Oh,
My son was pitching.
that's illegal. They can't do that.
No, it hit him right in the rib.
Oh,
I was like,
oh.
oh, I got mad. And I was like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, what? It was an accident. I was like,
Right.
no, no, no. There's no such thing as accidents.
Bert, I'm pretty sure that was a total accident.
Well, he said sorry. I was like, sorry doesn't cut it.
Really?
Right.
You're getting that upset about adult softball?
That's right. That's my life.
Clearly. Oh my God. I can see the fire in your eyes.
I love adult softball. Plus, I was 1 year out, so I missed it. I missed the fire.
Right.
So I said, okay, it's an accident. Now, it was my turn to bat next inning. So I hit it, and I hit it down the first. It was blooping over the first baseline, and it landed fair, but the ump called it foul. That is not a foul ball, and I sprinted. I was like, "Oh, we need a runner." No, you don't. I can run. So I was boom, 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 and so I'm rounding first, going to second, and they're like foul, and I was like, "From where? Where is that foul?"
And how do you know it was fair?
It hit the line. Chalk went up.
Mm.
A foul ball. I said, "You're foul."
See, I can feel the tension rising in you, and it makes me uncomfortable. I can see the competitive energy in your eyes, and I just don't like where this is going at all.
I went back to the umpire. I said, "Blue, that's a bull call."
He probably didn't like that very much.
No, he was like, "What do you know?" And I was like, "More than you." And so, I said it exactly like that, though. I was very calm.
Right.
And so then the other team, they're like, "Oh, that's a foul ball. What do you know, old man?" And I was
Oh.
like, "Oh, okay, you're right. You're right. What do I know?" Right. So, next pitch, just winding up. I'm a lefty, so I'm on left side. So all of a sudden, next pitch, usually I pull the ball. I waited, and I hit the hell out of that ball, and it went boom, boom, right into the forehead of the pitcher.
Oh my God, Bert, that was on purpose. You did that one on purpose.
Usually, the ump says dead ball, and the play I'm out. I didn't hear that, but pitcher was like the pitcher was not okay. He just collapsed immediately. I take off.
So you're running the bases, as he's dealing with a head injury.
Yeah, so he goes straight down, and like people start surrounding him. They're like, oh my goodness, he's down. And I'm on the other side of the field. So I'm going first to second, second to third, third, and they're all over. They're still surrounding. I was like, ball's in play, boys. Ball's in play.
Oh my God.
And I dove at home.
There's nobody there.
Nobody
You
there.
dove into home
I did.
just for the show of it.
I did. And I stood up. I was like, boom. And the pitcher died,
Oh my God.
needless to say.
You murdered the pitcher with a softball.
Yes.
Oh my God, Bert. Add it to the list, I guess.
It was an accident, though.
That was not an accident, Bert.
Yeah, it was so clearly an accident.
No, it was an accident when they chipped your son in the rib. You aimed right at his forehead and murdered him.
I didn't expect it to hit him in his forehead.
Still, you aimed it right at him.
Yes, but not his forehead.
You knew there was a risk.
It was an accident. So anyway, because, I did feel a little bad. So
Good.
so on and so forth. The funeral rolls around, and I was, asked not to be there.
That makes sense.
To me, it doesn't really make that much sense. Yes, I get it. Like attempted murder,
Murder, actually. Take
but-
attempted right off of there.
accidental. So it's felony, not a misdemeanor.
Not how that works at all.
Needless to say, I was asked not to be there. Still showed up. They had it at a church. So I showed up in the church, and I sat in the second row because the family was in the front, and I was,
You sat right behind them?
yeah, because I was terribly sorry.
Bert, that is horrible to do at a funeral. That the front rows are reserved for those closest to the deceased.
Technically, I was closest.
You killed the man.
They had an open casket, and on the forehead, you could still see the laces of the
Oh.
ball.
That's horrible. Why would they have an open casket?
I don't know.
That's on them, actually. I
Right.
don't blame you for that.
Now, I, like the good person I am, I went up to the casket, and I said my final prayers, and I had my pocket, in my suit pocket. I took out the softball and I put it next to him.
Are you serious right now? You kept the softball?
Yeah, because I was like, on the softball I wrote, "I'm sorry."
I don't know how to feel about this, Bert.
I put it right next to him, and I was like, I tapped him, and I was like, sorry, and then all of a sudden his wife was like screaming, and I turned around, and I was like, you're right. So I took the softball out of his casket and I gave it to his wife. So I said, I'm sorry for your loss.
And how did she feel about that?
She had to get held back because she was trying to come at me.
Right.
And didn't really work out too well. But I still gave her the ball. She threw the ball at me.
Oh.
And her aim was terrible. I dodged it, and it ended up hitting the leg that was holding up the casket.
Oh.
So she hit it, and that leg swept.
Oh my God.
And so all of a sudden the casket, boom, and since it was an open casket, it opened and the body rolled.
Oh God. This poor family. You're just wrecking their entire. You can't even let them grieve properly.
Technically, the wife did that one. So, needless to say, not allowed to coach anymore.
Right. That makes 100% sense.
But if any of you out there need a sub,
No, absolutely not.